All right, this is going to be a weird one. Just reading from 2 Kings chapter 20, and I'm going to share with you that it almost looks like that time travel was actually possible. And hopefully I can explain it. I didn't see it the first time, but after reading it a few times, all of a sudden it kind of jumps out at you. So I'm just going to read this real quick. This is from 2 Kings chapter 20, and we're talking about time travel. Is time travel possible? You gotta read this with me clear, so it'll be crystal clear for you, because it's crazy. And Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, what shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord the third day? And Isaiah said, this sign shalt thou have of the Lord, that the Lord will do the thing that he has spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees? And depending what version you read, it could say 10 steps or 10 degrees. So shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or go back 10 degrees? Shall the shadow go forward 10 steps or back 10 steps? And Hezekiah answered, is it a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees? Nay, but let the shadow return back 10 degrees. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backwards, by which it had gone down in the dial of Ahaz. Pretty straightforward, right? So Hezekiah says it's a light thing for the shadow to go forward, but how about make it go backwards? And Isaiah cried out and says, let the shadow go back 10 degrees. Boom. So it did it. Now, this is a little bit of the background here real quick. So just pay attention. Pay attention to the verses 4, 5, and 6. And it came to pass, before Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, and I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee on the third day. Thou shalt go up into the house of the Lord, and I will add, so verse 6, I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend the city for mine own sake and for my servant David's sake. And then remember this, verse 7, Isaiah said, take a lump of figs, and they took and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. So that's important. Then Hezekiah, asked him, what shall be the sign? So take a lump of figs, and then he asks, what's the sign? It's important to remember this, because I'm going somewhere with this. Then we see the story happen again in Isaiah chapter 38. In those days, Hezekiah was sick unto death. Hezekiah was sick unto death. Isaiah the prophet, son of Amos, came unto him, said, thus saith the Lord, set the house in order. And then let's just go down here. Verse 4. Remember I said, remember verse 4, 5, and 6? Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, go and say to Hezekiah, thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, and I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and the city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city. And this shall be a sign unto thee from the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he has spoken. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees which is gone down in the sundial of Ahaz, 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was gone down. So then, but here, look at this. Verse 6, I will deliver thee out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend the city. This actually jumps over to here. Look at this. For Isaiah had said, let them take upon a lump of figs, and let it for plaster upon the boil, and he shall recover. Then all of a sudden, Hezekiah also had said, What is the sign that I shall go up to the house of the Lord? Well, this is out of order. Ezekiel is asking, what shall be the sign? And it was already given, and this already happened in another story. So we have a bit of a jump here. I think this is some kind of a jump in time, because again, the way it's written here is Ezekiel is asking the question, what's the sign? Show me the sign. But the sign is before he asked the question. So this is some kind of a little loop here. Anyways, if you notice anything different, let me know in the comments. But this looks like some kind of a time jump. Thanks for watching.